All good.
G'day, fellas. How are we?
Hello, boys. How are we?
Good, right, man. What's happening?
Nothing much. Just getting used to the news today. No footy for a while. Who knows how long?
And we've got our guest on.
Oh, the big fella. I mean, Wynnum legend, South legend, Mitch Bucket.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on, mate.
No, thanks for having me.
I was trying to find Bucks. I was trying to find your intercept try. It was intercepting the trial. Was it you picked it up off the ground? Or?
I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure DeBellin offloaded it. I remember.
Yeah.
No, DeBellin went for get something going. He's just offloaded.
Yeah.
No one behind him.
Yeah.
Just took off.
Boom.
Scooped it up.
90 metres, I remember.
105.
Yeah.
DeBellin, he could be the only bloke who's glad that the world's slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be in freaking quarantine with him, though, if you're a chick.
Oh, yeah, no. Apparently he's got those real big fingers, though. Who knows what's going on there.
Yeah, but Bucks, thanks for coming on, bro. Travelled all the way over from Sandgate, so fucking a bit of a hike. But yeah, and you were saying you weren't playing this year anyway. So last year was your swan song.
Yeah. Swan song. Never played a grand final till last season, and then we lost. So that was good enough for me.
Yeah,
not trying another 21 seasons.
Yeah.
So is that the first time you've been in?
Yeah. First time ever been in a grand final.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh.
Who was that with Caboolture?
Yeah. So we went up against Rivers, and they had a stacked team, but I don't know. I think we had a better team, but they just got us
Yeah.
we just sort of got in front by 18 and just went to sleep.
Yeah. Well, actually, we should get that skull going soon. So on your way home, you're not too over the limit, even though they're not doing breath
No
tests.
DDs.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm surprised more people aren't taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the two there, or?
Oh yeah. Am I doing two? Am I?
Oh, you
It's gonna be rough.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, Bucks' claim to fame is the fastest sculler I've ever seen. So
It's a good talent until you turn 23.
Yeah.
24. It starts to become bad.
Then blokes force you to do it, and then you're hung
Yeah.
as fuck for a week.
Yeah, you go somewhere on a Tuesday night and blokes are making you do it. Right.
All right, let's get it done.
Into it. There's some pressure on me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
not bad.
It's pretty
eh?
legit,
Yeah,
eh? Have you
that-
seen
that is
faster?
legit. Nah, probably
No.
not, eh?
No.
Probably not at
Not
all.
that I
Yeah.
can think of.
It used to be good, like as an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Act blind at the pub.
Yeah.
I challenge you to a skull off, like $50, and
Yeah.
then you just go sober and smash them.
Fucking hell.
And now it's just turned into where you still go places. We're like, oi, Bucks, show us the fucking. I'm 32 years old, but I want to see your skull, cunt.
Oh, like I'm real at the start of the night. I'm like, nah, and then
Yeah.
a
Get
couple of hours
talking
into
off
it,
pretty
oh,
easy.
let's see this.
Yeah, yeah.
It would have been good for like if you like say a lot of the time when I get on the piss, I'm good at sort of get there late from footy or something, whatever. Once you rock up late, you just fucking do that 3 or 4 times and it's on. You know.
But yeah, so
the
I've
amount of
never,
grog you'd consume in like fucking 2 minutes would be unbelievable.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
it's not handy.
but I've never been able to do it. Like I just can't open it, and that's all you're doing, is you're totally opening
Yeah.
your throat and it just goes down.
Pretty much as fast as it goes, then it'll go down.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's
Fuck.
you get dusty the next morning when you're doing it with spirits.
Mm.
Yeah, right.
So when did your club officially close down?
So the senior boys, we went on a camp. Obviously not the weekend just gone, the weekend before.
Yeah.
And I think they made the call Tuesday.
Yeah, that Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday or
that's
something like
pretty
that,
much
yeah,
the
so-
same as everyone else, I think.
Yeah, no, it was pretty. Like we had a massive camp with the senior boys. A few of us older blokes went out and ran it with the coach and that, and it was like a pretty much half and half, new boys, old boys kind of thing. And it's real good for the bonding, and then for that to come out, it's just like
Yeah.
that camp's just gone to waste kind of thing.
That's it. And we were talking about it, how like even with the break, even if we can get back this season, how hard it's going to get those boys, some of the boys back.
That's what I was thinking about it today. I'm like, so they'll make a call, they'll be like, righto, like say they say everything's sweet, first weekend in May, you can play. So what's that mean? You train for 2 days, 3 days, and play.
Yeah.
Like the amount of injuries that'll come out of something like that.
Yeah.
And the amount of, imagine trying to get, if we finally got numbers, preseason's done, trials have just about wrapped up, we've got all your numbers that you're probably going to have for the year, trying to get all those blokes back and trying to get them back in a sort of condition where they've been off for 4, 6, 8 weeks by themselves, left to their own devices. Especially some of the piggies, they just dropped 8 kilos during pre-season. They come back and they're going to be back to where they started.
I saw Nathan in the shops and he put it straight back on the car.
Yeah. Oh, he looks at food, but he does drink a fuckload of grog too.
Yeah.
He's not scared of a warm VB, so it would definitely go far astray from him.
I got tipped in today that the NRL sides will be back doing a second pre-season on June 1st.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's
they said the season would commence again on June 1st. That's the earliest possible date. That's what they're aiming for. And they'd assess the season 6 to 8 weeks beforehand and try and make a ruling on it then so they could go into a form of mini pre-season. But then they've left every week after the June 1st open and available so they can reassess on a weekly basis until September 1st. And then once September 1st comes, they'll have to cancel the NRL season for 2020.
Because there's not enough room.
Yeah, not
to
enough
play,
room, not enough time.
And that'll give them pre-season to be 2-3 months. You just wouldn't have to do the pre-Christmas slog.
But doesn't it seem like it's all a bit like we're all like everyone's kind of bro science at the moment because no one fucking knows.
Yeah.
Like you've got like New York and LA that are pretty much they're not going back to school this year. So they've like said, all right, there's no school back.
They're only just starting to because I subscribe to the LA Times.
Yeah.
And there's articles how people are out exercising.
Yeah.
Too many people are out exercising at the one time. So they're getting the shits with them about that, where people should be full lockdown sort of stuff.
In places like that, but the dense population and the population of somewhere like New York is fucking incredible. And then you've got like even a job like the police force, which has to keep going. 55 coppers in New York got it, and then there was 3 air traffic controllers who gave it to 4 stewardesses. So who knows how far it could have gone just from that one airport. Yeah. And then the whole of New York had 12,500 cases within the next 48 hours after finding out all these people had it.
Yeah.
So then there's nothing else you can do.
I was at the fucking, not last weekend, the weekend before, I was at the Cabaret Club.
Yeah.
Like for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then just, supporting them through college.
Oh, mate, local business.
Yeah, but and it was dead. It was kind of dead, and they're like, is this because of the coronavirus? They go, yeah, we kind of can't believe you guys are in here. like it's fucked. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like we were saying off air, not everybody took it seriously, so you still don't know a lot of information about it. Everyone's guessing. Then someone else tells me, oh, mate, it's going to be at least 18 months till we're back on our feet. So other people tell you different stuff, things like that. Some people have said to me they doubt the NRL will play this year.
It's all a lot of opinion at the moment, but it's all up in the air.
You don't know.
I listen to every expert that's come out and said anything has said it's going to definitely get worse before it gets better. So if you have anything to go off, it's got to be the word of the experts. Like they got all these blokes with PhDs and scientists and biosecurity experts and stuff all saying it's getting worse. And then you go down, an old mate down from fucking 13B down the road said, no, we'll be right in fucking 4 weeks. So you got to pick and choose where you get your info.
Plenty of experts used to say the planet was flat and Columbus was going to sail off the edge of the earth too. So, like things like that too. Like,
when Bucks just go like that, face it directly, like you can turn that the microphone actually down. Yeah, so it's right on right on your mouth.
It has.
That's what she said.
As a lot of people discussed today, it's unearthed a lot of dramas that we have in the structure of the NRL system, just like financially and that. They're meant to be putting $50 million away every year.
2010.
Yeah, for this type of situation. And it all said, yep, seems like a good idea, and they never did it. Now we've got to this. And they do have $150 million, and clubs will be paid their grants from the NRL while they're not playing. But it's going to put some things in situation. And it comes down to when you're paying blokes too much money, and you do not begrudge these blokes for accepting the money, but just your salary cap. They're going to have to reduce salary caps, and blokes are going to have to play for less money.
And what was their initial idea to take them out to a mining camp?
To Calliope, Calliope's just it's about 45 minutes, sort of west, maybe southwest of Gladstone, and it's got a giant mining camp, and it's got 18 buildings, separate unit buildings, and it's pretty much designed for exactly what that is, mining camp. So
and they just would have locked them down.
locked them in there.
But can you imagine being those entry players that are just on the what's the minor money now? Is it like it used to be 75,000 that you had to get?
Some play $100,000 plus.
Yeah,
But I know blokes who drive forklifts in Brizzy that do hit shitloads of OT and get $120,000 almost because they just never have days off. There was also they brought up out there at Olympic Park, they've got a centre of excellence. They've got a bunch of hotels not being used. They've got a stadium, a training facility. Would that, if you're going to lock blokes down, wouldn't it have been better to have thought about that?
yeah.
But the thing is, how can you lock people down and then not assume some bloke's going to miss his family, some bloke's going to miss his missus, some bloke's going to have a Tinder hookup, something like that.
That's what I was talking about. I was actually talking about this afternoon with a couple of my mates. I said the way they could have went about it is done that whole. They needed to make a call, obviously, on that Clivey thing a few weeks ago or whatever. They missed it by a month, but they should have done like a month on, month off kind of thing. So you could, they just call it half the season, month on, month off, play for 4 weeks straight, come home for 2 weeks, go back for 2 weeks, isolate for 14 days, test everyone. If they're sweet, they go play. If not, lockdown.
I think, but
and you're not in a worse spot because you would have called it anyway.
They're saying now that private companies you can pay them to test it, and I heard the NRL's paying chartered flights for teams. Surely they could.
That was $300,000 a weekend.
That's what I mean. Surely they could be paying these private companies to test the blokes, and you'd lose a heap of games, but you get 4 weeks straight.
Hey, but imagine the viewer ratings you'd have. Be the only sport going. The whole world would watch it.
Oh yeah, and I really liked not having watching on TV. I really liked not having crowds because you heard way more. I thought.
Saturday night's game when Manly beat the Roosters, you could hear these whacks, and then you heard someone heckling Flanagan kicking. It was a Manly bench, and then they were, this is just not sportsmanlike.
The weirdest thing is I was flicking through the channels the other night and Dancing with Stars, and there's no one in the dancing in front of no one because there's no one in the fucking audience, and then you hear just like it must be just people in the production team going or like a fucking sound clap, like a clapping track, you know.
It's a crazy time, eh?
Oh yeah, and it's we will get to play again, but it may not be this year, and that's realistic. But it's how they learn from this. And then I don't think they want to go in with the 16-team model, and that with the broadcast rights, they got another year on that. So you need to be producing 8 games a weekend to give these people value for money. Your mate's he's the head of the Players Association, Clint Newton. First off, apparently when they went to negotiate, they wanted to get paid 100% of the money for this period they're not playing. And all the chief executives said, not a chance. But then you hear, like, the Bulldogs coaching staff, none of them are getting paid a cent while this is happening. So to keep your job, it comes down to it. Do you want to keep your job and take a pay cut?
That's so weird, but because wouldn't they just be on a contract, like a year contract?
They are, but the thing is, they're not getting the money pumped into them from the broadcast deals.
Yeah.
To pump that up.
So do you know what they're doing with any of the others, like the NBA, the AFL, all that? How are they sorting it out?
AFL have came out. The players have came out and said, "Fuck off, we're not taking pay cuts." And then they said, "Well, you don't have a choice. We don't have, this is not going to work without blokes taking pay cuts." And now they've had meetings with the Players Association and stuff, and it's still undecided. But they don't have a choice.
The North Melbourne coach is not accepting. He's taking 100% pay cut while they're not playing.
So is Geelong's coach and their CEO as well, just in the interest of keeping staff. Because if they're paying the head coach a full wage and the CEO a full wage, there's no money for the staff around the club.
Yeah.
So they're sort of just, these blokes are taking these pay cuts here and there, just to try and, in the interest of keeping the club afloat without as many casualties as possible. And blokes, like players, have got to start doing it too. Jai Arrow was on the news just before I come over here. He said he's happy to take a pay cut as long as he can pay his bills and keep his head above water. It's a tough time, and it's not something that humans can control a whole lot.
Yeah.
But if it's got to be done, it's got to be done.
That's
so
it. Bucks, you're a chippy, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, and are you running your own show? Or?
Nah, so I work for a fire company at the moment. So we got an email. So I basically just do doors. Just replace doors, repair doors. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Sweet.
yeah, we got an email the other day saying we're essential. So
Yeah.
yeah, we won't be closing down unless it's big time lockdown kind of
Yeah,
thing. So,
sweet.
It is handy to hear that.
Yeah,
Like
because
when
you
you're
just had a
essential.
kid too, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 5 months old now, 6
Yeah.
months old, something like that.
And
So,
just got engaged.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm just
nice.
losing money this
Really?
year. Yeah. Definitely a good time, didn't it?
Yeah.
No, yeah, but there's obviously more people being at home than that now. They're going to need their, like, might sound like I'm trying to talk up what I'm doing, but like if
Yeah.
you have everyone at home and say if, like it's probably more likely to get a fire to happen, so unlikely to happen, but
Yeah.
if that happened and we were shut down, the doors weren't getting checked and a fire escape was blocked or locked shut,
Yeah.
multiple
You're fucking
people
toasted.
die.
Mm.
So they've sort of led with that. So we're sweet for now. So
Yeah.
And that's one thing that separates us from other countries. We'll put people on who can do jobs like that because you need them, and people who sell food to people and stuff like that. Like, hasn't Great Britain just become locked down? Like,
yeah,
you can only
Boris
go,
Johnson.
the necessity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like,
You can still, they still have sort of an essential sort of plan as well, but
Yeah.
theirs isn't as extensive as ours. They're saying pretty
Cool.
much anyone that's not a copper or a healthcare worker or
Yeah.
something like that, or military, pretty much just,
Or podcasters.
yeah,
we're-
pretty much just stay.
True.
home.
we're raising the spirits of the community, man. Do not doubt that.
Tough job.
Yeah, we're here to keep
Yeah.
smiles on people's faces.
I got a message.
Seeing Bucket,
Yeah.
Skull a beer,
Well,
put a smile on my
Bucks
face.
still
so-
going beers. We're not getting footy showers, so if you want us to do this with our dicks out in the future,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
Yeah, we
Keep
just
the
have to
people
take the
fine.
camera
Yeah.
heaps further back.
I'll
so
take
you-
some Viagra and then chuck a rubber band around the base of it before I do it.
I was
so-
listening to the one of your podcasts the other day actually about one of you was talking about showers and the boys not taking their undies off.
Yeah,
in the
there's
shower.
quite a few.
It
of
probably
those,
would have been I.
No, we had a good rule at Wynnum.
a
It
good
was
spray.
if you were in the showers with the undies on and someone came in nude, you're straight out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so-
they
Yeah.
boss you.
Yeah,
fair
like,
enough.
Yeah.
So it's either take your undies off
Fuck,
Or-
that's a great
or you're
rule.
out kind of thing, and you wait. And
And
so,
That'd be
That is
awesome.
the
how
best
many
rule.
years did you end up being at Wynnum, Bucks?
4 seasons.
And
there,
that
yeah.
crossed over with Paddy too, eh?
Yeah, so it was. I think it was only the first season I was there
Yeah.
before Paddy came. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
How long were you at South?
just a season.
Just
Yeah.
one season, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And you,
And then you went from South to the Bunnies.
Oh no, sorry. No, I was never at South. I was at Sunny Coast.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sunny
right.
Coast, and then
And then down to the Bunnies, yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sunny Coast to Bunnings, then to
Wynnum.
yeah.
I was signed with Redcliffe. Like I hadn't
Yeah.
put pen to paper, but I was signed. So before I went down, when I was playing that last 2012 at the Coast, signed with Redcliffe, went down, signed with them, and then South signed us up. So obviously went down, and then
Did the whole preseason.
no, with South.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I moved down there in last week of October. Drove down, got down on the Sunday. Got there
Yeah.
at 11 a.m.
And Kimmy hooked us
Was
up.
that
eh?
2000
Yeah, yeah.
2013?
13, yeah. So got down the end of 2012. Yeah, did the
Yeah, right.
pre-season, and then yeah,
Okay,
that was it.
Got the 2 trials in with them. Was
Nah,
it? No.
oh yeah, I played one against PNG. We played PNG at Redfern.
They
Yeah.
don't do that no more, do they? That they always used to pick someone to play at Redfern, like
Yeah,
just for the members' day. Yeah, it was a members' game. Only
Yeah.
members could get in.
Being in that once you got to that NRL system, were you like, fuck, this is, like, was it pretty hectic
Yeah,
as soon
like,
as you got there?
I always look back at it now and like massive regrets with how I went about it, because I'd say that I was very always throughout my career until probably I left Wynnum, or probably one of my last couple of years at Wynnum, I was always like not thinking I was good enough for that position until I excelled at it. So
Yeah.
like first year at Colts, I was obviously not turning 20, I was turning 19.
Yeah.
So I was sort of a bit shyer. And then the next season I went, oh well, like I'm 20 now, like I'll be a big dog now. And I
Yeah.
was sweet that season. Like I just went from being like average the season before and then just had a massive season.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
And then went into Cup, same thing. Like I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to go here. Blah blah blah.
Because that year when you came in the Cup, you were the only cunt standing out.
Yeah.
Like it was because we were stinking it up.
Yeah.
And then, but you were making line breaks still and stuff like that. You had started that bit of a cult following with the buckets on the heads and stuff. Yeah.
No, it was like I said, like I got told I was playing cup, and it probably the only reason I thought I might have been good enough to play was because it was fellas I was playing with the year before in Colts playing, and I was like, well, we're pretty close, like skill set wise. Like maybe I'll do all right here, and then obviously someone debuts in footy, like doesn't matter what level it is, when they step up, they get excited. And
Yeah.
you